I was just going to help out. Because they kind of put that together themselves.
Well, thanks for all of your service.
My hand out of here.
I'm Jim Frisbee. I pastor Spooner Baptist Church, but Kathy, I've known Kathy now for about 7 years, ever since I moved to town. And I know she's done an awful lot to help veterans in this area and things. I have veterans in my church, and she's been able to help them. And we certainly appreciate the years that she served. And going to hate to see her go, but we're praying that maybe they'll get somebody just as good to replace her.
We want to present you with a certificate of appreciation presented by the Veterans and Military Affairs Committee to Kathleen Lehmann. Appreciation for your valuable service to the veterans of Washburn County. And this is from, I signed it, Tim signed it, and Tom Richards signed it. How you doing? Thank you.
All right, yay.
Next.
You see that? Excuse me.
Here we go.
Carl Krantz, County Service Veterans Service Officer. We have the retirement of Kathleen Lehmann today. What has she meant to this particular office in her years of service?
Oh, it's been phenomenal. She is a very sensitive person. She shows a lot of compassion. She's always expressed willingness to help our veterans, their widows, their family members, and she will be missed. She's always expressed such a willingness to take on any job that was put before her, and she excels and has excelled in everything that she's did. She's had some real accomplishments over the years. The first one that comes to mind is the Veterans Memorial Stones that are out at the Washburn County Veterans Memorial Wayside, and how she's been able to attract enthusiasm for that from the local veterans.
I thought it was Carl
Yeah, my name's Gary Magnus. Years ago when Kathy first came to be the secretary for Carl there, Krantz was 89 there, and I got on the county board in 1990. And so I ended up right off the bat, I volunteered on the committee, so I got to be the chairman of the Veterans Committee. I was on her till 2006, so I had 16 years of working with Kathy and Carl there, and she can be a hard woman to replace, but she knows her stuff. She's helped so many people out. She's helped me a lot in the last 10 years and stuff with my stuff I'm having when I'm getting older too, but she's gonna have some big shoes to fill when she gets out of here. But there's so many things that you cannot get into down to VA in Minneapolis or so. You gotta know certain phone numbers, who to call, and if you go down there for the first time, it's just a nightmare. It's such a large facility to go to, and up here they get you in the ground floor, they'll get you started and tell you where to go and stuff, and it's just been an asset for that. And, especially now the last 10 years and stuff, now with all this Iraqi war stuff, these young kids are coming back, veterans and stuff, they're having a lot of this mental health stuff they got to get through, and I tell you, and that's getting to be really bad around here and stuff. So, but anyway, I said she's just been wonderful with her job she's doing. She's kind, caring. Well, Kathy, here's what I said I can do something special for you today. Carl always enjoys me doing this stuff, and like I said, I don't do it as much as I should do, but today I passed you on the street, and my heart fell at your feet, so I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. As I said. Pleasure.
Okay, Stephen had to get a haircut just this for this part.
Okay, so Tim Brabick, Washburn County Supervisor. What has Kathleen Lehmann meant to Washburn County and Washburn County veterans?
A great deal. She has a great heart, and she's very conscientious in her duties. She's right on top of those. You're familiar with those stones out at the Wayside Cemetery. She's right on top of them. She's pitching them all the time, and now I believe there's 11 stones out there. And she takes that very seriously. She's volunteered to be treasurer for the Moving Wall Committee, so she'll be working far after her today when she'll have duties to do. I know when we have a committee meeting, within 24 hours, we've got our minutes of what happened, and that's very unusual in the county to have that that fast. And she's certainly going to be missed. And,
what has she meant to veterans, the service she's offered to veterans?
Well, she's you know, it's like experience. She's learned the ropes. She knows who to call and where she should start, or where they should start. And because Carl, a lot of times he gets a lot of work, she's got to take over and explain the benefits, or who to call and how to go about it. So that's what they mean by experience counts. So she'll be missed, but I'm sure they've hired I haven't even met the new person yet, and I'm sure she'll do a fine job. We'll certainly, like I say, we'll certainly miss Kathy.
Remain Quinn, Washburn County Supervisor. What has Kathy Lehmann meant to Washburn County veterans here?
Oh, I'm also the chairman of the Veterans Committee.
Okay.
And so I've worked with her quite a while, about 6 years, and she's always been looking out for the veterans. And she digs into it, so she makes sure the veterans get the full benefits that they deserve.
So why is that position so important for veterans, what she does?
Well, we have over 1,700 veterans in Washburn County. And we have a lot of them that as we get older, they need help one way or the other. And she takes care of, make sure they get schedules for going to the clinics. And she helps them with their income taxes, and their real estate taxes. And especially disabled veterans, they need to come in. If they haven't been in this office, they have to come in and have Carl and our new girl now, Lisa, new secretary. Lisa help them all, because they can really help them all.
Okay, thank you. So Rod Ripley, World War II veteran. What has Kathleen Lehmann meant to Washburn County veterans?
Well, she's been one of the more helpful people around. She is Carl Krantz's right hand and left hand gal. And she's not only helpful with the veterans, but she's been very helpful to all the old veterans for like the Washburn County Historical Society. And Godspeed to such a sweet gal.
Kathleen Lehmann, you're going to retire after how many years?
22 years.
After 22 years. So what's it been like working at the Veteran Service Officer here for Washburn County?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's been a trip. And the only reason I'm saying that is every time a veteran would come in, he would tell me where he's been, what he's done, and it's like you take that trip with him. Mm-hmm. And so I've been in many places in the world just through the veterans.
Any particular memories you have? Must have a lot of memories, but any you want to share?
Just a great deal of memories. It's hard to pick anyone out. Everyone is so special.
So what can you tell people, having worked with veterans all these years, that maybe something about veterans that maybe people don't realize as a group, maybe some characteristics or some things, some thoughts you've had about them as a group?
They are a very special community in themselves, and not just the veterans, but their families, their spouses, widows, however or whenever it happens. Because you don't just work with veterans, you work with the whole family eventually. Mm-hmm. And they're a wonderful group of people. I had a choice of 2 jobs when I started. One was Unit on Aging and the veterans. I chose veterans. Either one would have been great, but I'm glad I chose the Veterans Office.
What gave the Veterans Office the edge back then?
Just what they do for our nation. Because veterans also go through the Unit on Aging, so whoever got that job are going to be working with veterans too. Mm-hmm. So I had it firsthand by working with the veterans.
Well, I know the veterans are very, speaking for the veterans, I am a veteran, they're very appreciative of your service.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay, you wanted to say something about Carl Krantz, the County Service Veterans Officer.
That's right. We have both worked here 22 years, and we have gotten such knowledge, and of course him being a veteran also, it was a little bit easier for him to understand their situation. But we are both very deep in our faith, and we work very well under that, and the good Lord gives us, the strength to go through and listen to a lot of things that go on with veterans, because it is hard sometimes. You hear their stories, and but the good Lord has been good.